Alright guys, let's do another video. We're gonna do a REST API. We going to do some GET requests, implement some GET requests, and we're gonna use a list to store all the details, not a database. Let's get started. So new Spring Starter project. Let's call it motorcycle log in. Let's say we want to make a REST API and we want to log in motorcycles. Let's put JPA. We're not going to use JPA or MySQL driver now. We will in the future. Right, motorcycle login. We stop the server if it runs. No, that's student login, sorry, motorcycle. Right, motorcycle application. Let's check if it runs. Spring boot up. Brilliant. It runs. First step, what we're doing. We want, let's assume we had a database. This database had inputs, columns. What we need to do is, first step, we need to map these columns to Java. How we do this one? This is called the model class. You have to know about the different layers. We need to implement, maybe watch another video or do some research on YouTube. So let's get started. First of all, let's assume we had a database. We don't at the moment, but we need to map, to mirror all the inputs of the database to Java. How we do that? New class. How we name the class? Motorcycle. M with capital, Sarandis dot. It's a model. Yeah, that's how it's called. Finish. Right. So let's assume that this database had private. First, we'll start with ID. We need an ID 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever. Then we're gonna have a private string make. What make is the motorcycle? Yamaha, blah blah blah. Then I'll do another private string model. What model is that? And we're going to write down the private int HP. We need to do the horsepower. Now we can use integer as well. This is we're gonna use the wrapper class, or we can use a primitive value. It's the same. So we need, this is by default, we need to put getters and setters. Source, what is it? Getters and setters. All of the fields generate. Brilliant. We need a toString method. Yeah. So the toString method is on the console. If we want to show anything, that's why we need this toString method. And then I just put it on the top. It doesn't matter where you're gonna put it. We need constructor. Where is constructor? Using fields. Generate. Right. So we are kind of done in here. Right, now after we finish the model, we need to create a data access class. So let's go and do that one. So let's go here, make a new class, package. I'll call it, I'm gonna call it motorcycle DAO. Yeah. And I'm gonna call motorcycle data access the thing. Now, right, so this one, you should add an annotation and say to Spring that is a component. Change to I spell it wrong. Component. Come on. Oh boy. Right. So this is a component, and this is the data access service. What we want to do is create a class that we're gonna access all this value: ID, make, model, horsepower. Alright. So instead of database, we're not going to have a database here. We're going to have a list. So make a private list. Private. It has to be a bit static, so I don't need to instantiate. I want to make a list of what? Of here I'm going to say motorcycle. This one, yeah, of a list of motorcycle. Here's a constructor. Here's where I create a motorcycle. So I'm going to make, yeah, a list of a motorcycle. I'm gonna say motorcycles list. I'll make it obvious equals new array, that's standard list, diamond parenthesis question mark. Like list control 1 import java util motorcycle. I need to import motorcycle because it's in a different package. I need to import the array list. Brilliant. Now I need to pass some data, right? So I'll say static parenthesis. Right. What I want to do? I want to take this motorcycle list, yeah, there, and I want to add parenthesis new what? New motorcycle, which is gonna get int string make model horsepower. So it's going to be 1 comma, let's say Yamaha, let's say WR, and then comma horsepower, I don't know, 45 horsepower. Is it the horsepower the one I have? Yes, it should be HP. Right, and then I need a question mark, and then I save it. And it needs a constructor int string int. Yeah, but that's my constructor here. Int string. What I've done, yeah, because there was a mistake here, I call a non-argument constructor here. Sometimes you have to do it. Anyway, so add a non-argument constructor on the model class. So, and I'm gonna add 2 more motorcycles, Honda. What is it? CRF. And this is 40. They're a bit underpowered, and then is 3 KTM EXC 50. Right, that's my list. So after I've done my list, what I want to do, I want to do some methods. So what do I want to do? What I want this REST API to do? I want a method, yeah? It's called, I want to name it find all motorcycles. That's how I want to call it, a method. I want this method to return something. what I want to do. I want to return a list of, basically I want to return this, a list of motorcycles. I have this database, right, which is a list, and I want this to be public. I want a method it's gonna return this one. So it throws an error. This is a return statement. Okay. Return. What I want to return. I want to return the list of motorcycles, which is called what? Motorcycle list, right? That's all right. That's easy. It works. So we've done with this method. Then we want another method. And what method we want? We want to be able to add, more motorcycles, because we hard code these ones, but we want to go online, on the Postman, and add more motorcycles. So I want the method again. But I want this method. I want to find a nice name. I want to find a name like save motorcycles. That's why I want to do the method, and I want to return what I want to return. I want to return motorcycle. Motorcycle. Why motorcycle? Because of this class. I want to return this is the motorcycle. I want to return motorcycle, not motorcycles. Sorry. And I want this to be public. And I want to save motorcycles. Yes, I want to save it on the list. And right now, what happens with this one? I want to. This method should take a motorcycle, motorcycle as a parameter, right? Now this one gets a bit tricky. The ID normally is generated by the database. I don't have a database, so what I need to do is have a counter. So I'm gonna do a private static counter equals 3. Why int? Forgot the int. The type counter. So we have 3 inputs already. So the counter is already on 3. So what I want to say is if motorcycle, if that motorcycle here, if this motorcycle go dot get ID. So if the motorcycle I created go and get the ID, this one, where is the method? Set get ID. So create a motorcycle, go and get the ID. If the ID is null, if the ID it doesn't exist, then what do I want to do? I want to set the motorcycle. I want to set the ID to increase the counter, and here it does throw an error. That's bollocks. That's bollocks. Right, guys, the mistake here, it was saying, Jesus Christ, right. Here I had int, however it can't be int because this operation doesn't work, so it has to be an integer. So I've changed this, I've changed this to integer, and basically that's what it goes, integer. So if you do it int, you can't use this function because it's null. So let's crack on. Motorcycle. Increase the counter. and add the motorcycle. Add what? Add motorcycle. Add the motorcycle here. Not motorcycle, add the motorcycle, question mark. And then still it throws an error, return. Yeah, what do you want to return? You don't want to return the whole list, you want to return a motorcycle. In our case, it's motorcycle. Then it makes sense how it does. Right, be careful with this one. Get ID. When you say get ID equals null, it has to be integer, not int. It has to be the wrapper class. Save the program. Let's crack on. Right, let's do now. What do we want to find? We want to find one motorcycle. Yep, which takes the integer as an ID, and that's the method down here, and then it is public. Right, it wants to return something. Now, how do we find a motorcycle from a list? I have to search through the list. How search through the list? With an enhanced for loop. You can do a normal loop, but it's alright. For motorcycle, yeah. I'll put some motor, okay, to go through the motorcycle list. So check through the whole list. If again motor dot get ID equals is the ID we passed here, then return what? The motor. Makes sense how it does. Return this motor. Elsewhere, return null. Otherwise, return null. Public. Find. What do we want? We want to motorcycle. We want to return a motorcycle. Yeah. So search through the list. Enhanced for. If go get the ID. Which ID? This ID. If this ID equals to the ID we passed from the postman from here, yeah? Let me clear this all. Then go and do it. Right. Now I have one more class to do. Right, let's do the last bit now and run our program. So, what we need now, we've done the model class. Yeah, we mirror the database to our Java. We prepare the data access class. This one has 1, 2, 3 methods. Let's go and do a next one is the controller. Let's go and make a controller. Why a controller? Because it is what it is. No, I don't want the package. Well, I want the package actually. So let's make the controller. So dot surround this dot controller. All right. Make it small. And this is what is it? Motorcycle controller. Yeah. Finish. Controller. This is a controller. We know that this is a controller. However, Java doesn't know, yeah? REST API doesn't, so I have to turn REST controller, right? Control 1. So I'm telling him, hey, make a controller. Now what I want to do basically is fairly simple. I want a find all motorcycles method to map it. Now I can put another name on this one. This is quite important. I mean, I can do another name, but I'm going to create a bit of confusion. So let me tell you what I mean. I mean, I want the public, I want the method, which is going to find all the motorcycles. It's going to be public and it's going to return the list of motorcycle. These two methods, yeah, this on the DAO, yeah, motorcycle and motor controller can be the same. There's no reason to change the names, find all motorcycles here, and then download everything. This will create a bit of confusion, I think. Now this method is different to that one. Now what we do on this one, so we have this one, and basically we want to return this method, right? This method is going to do the job. So what I'm doing here, I'm creating a private motorcycle DAO, yeah, instance of this class, motorcycle, same name, DAO, yeah, is this class, and I have to name it motorcycle DAO with small uppercase, and I need control 1, import this one. So basically this method should return motorcycle DAO, yeah, dot motorcycle, no, dot find all motorcycles question mark. So what I'm saying here is, like, I want this method, find all motorcycles, to return this one, to go on this one, on motorcycle DAO, and return the motorcycle list, return this list. I want to do that when I press add get mapping, yeah, get mapping, and what link should I put? I should put / motorcycles. I think it should be alright. So let's run this one. So if we have Postman, you can do it from your other side. If you do, what's the name? Motorcycles, it should return in theory these ones, yeah. So let's go to Postman, motorcycle, send, internal error, brilliant. Why is it internal error? REST controller, okay, mapping, I have done the mapping. REST controller, what I'm missing? Here it is. Auto wired Spring is going to create auto wired, come on, private motorcycle DAO here, come on, motorcycle DAO, I'll call it motorcycle DAO at auto wired. Why is it not picking it up? No, import. Right, let's go again. We run it. So Spring creates an instance of motorcycle DAO of this class, yeah. So let's go back to Postman, motorcycles. Yes, all right, that's good. ID 1 Yamaha WR, exactly like our database, right? Now let's implement another method. Let's say we want to return this Yamaha only. I have on the, let's go on DAO, we have find all, yeah, we've done the find all, we have a save motorcycles, let's forget this one, find one. So find one, copy the find one, yeah. So find one by ID, we need to close the parentheses, yeah. It's going to be a get mapping again, correct. Motorcycles / I've done a video on this one. I'll say ID here. Whatever you write, this ID should be this one, and this one. What should it do? All right, this one should return, yeah, should return that method. Find one motorcycle with an ID. So return find one motorcycle with an ID. Question, but as we said before, it's motorcycle DAO. We want the method. Be careful. This method is different to that one. This one is that one. Right, let's run this one again, and then we go to Postman. So what I'm gonna do is motorcycles / ID. If I put one here, it's going to be the Yamaha. It should be the Yamaha. Oh, brilliant! It's nothing. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. What I have missed. Right, what I've missed. I've missed an annotation here at path variable. Oh, brilliant. One mistake after the other. Right, let's run again. Come on, Postman. Come on, we'll have to see Yamaha. Well, I'm waiting for this to run and then send and then Yamaha. That's it, that's my boy. Right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll come back with more. If I put 4, it's empty. That's not good. We'll fix it on the next one. Guys, thanks for watching. Bye.